Hi everyone and welcome back. Welcome to this new playlist. In this playlist we are also going to talk about authentication, authorization, different type of authentication and all. So I already have covered lots of videos on Auth0. Auth0 is authentication provider, but I got a feedback that I should cover some basic videos also which talks about authentication and authorization using NestJS, like username password based authentication, session, cookies, token based authentication. Then I'm going to cover some advanced stuff also like SSO, SAML based integration. So what is a simple authentication? Authentication is a way of verifying that you are the one who say you are. It's what let you access your accounts, your website, your emails and everything, right? So typically we use password based authentication still on lots of platform. The most common type of authentication is password, right? A weak password can be guessed easily. That's why experts recommend that you should have a complex password, right? With all these uppercase, lowercase and special characters and all. Then we have a two-factor based authentication where you add an extra layer of security on top of that. 2FA. 2FA, it is known as a 2FA. And in most of the website or you either carry a hardware token or you have this authenticator app on your phone or you get a OTP on your mobile. So these are the different variants of two-factor authentication. Then biometric authentication, just another hardware layer security. Then we have a token-based authentication, right? So token is nothing but once you logged in, you will receive an authorization token. And through that, you can access your, let's say, your locker or your account or something. Then we have a single sign-on. Like you might have seen this, right? You are logging into different websites through your own personal social account. I'm able to log into my pet care app using my Google account, right? So that is a single sign-on. So this is all these topics I'm going to cover. Auth0 I have already covered. Now what is the major aspects which I will be covering? I will be covering first basic authentication, which is a username password through three different segments: session based, cookie based and token based authentication. Because people aware how to do authentication, but they don't know the difference. What is session based, what is cookie based and what is token based, and how they differ, how you are managing session at the client side, how you are sending the authorization token either in the session, in the cookies, or using JWT token in the authorization header. So session based authentication, a user logging into a website and the server creating a session as a server ID being stored at the server. You can also store the session at the server in some database, right? User login, server create a session, server send a session to the user's browser. Now on every consecutive request, browser needs to send the session ID to the user. So session based authentication we will cover using Express, NestJS. That's part one. Cookie based authentication, cookies are very small, right? This is also happening in the same way. User logs in, server sends cookies to the browser. Then cookies is stored and sent back with each and every request. The browser checks the cookies, validates the user and allow him to access his account or his profile. You clear out the cookies are no more, or cookies expired, you got to log out. Token based authentication, it is also like very popular JSON web token authentication, right? It actually you receive some kind of a JWT, right? JWT, it contains the header, payload and the signature. That's actually the string, the big long string, the token string. So user log into the server generates the token is sent to the user's device, right? Now user sends the token with each and every request in the authorization header. So that the token which user is sending is telling the server, okay, this user is authenticated already using username password. He has received a token from me. So server needs to validate the token. Okay, whatever the token is coming in the request is granted by me, is validated by me. If valid, then only I will allow him to grant access, right? So this is all about three different ways of session based, cookie based and token based. I got a feedback, so I am going to cover these first. Then we have already covered basic authentication, authorization, role based and access control based. Then I'm going to cover really very important topic, SSO, SAML. What is SSO? What is SAML? How the OpenID connect? These are really advanced topics which I'm going to cover because my YouTube channel is not for just learning very basic stuff.